One of the first things to always come up when talking about Mekakucity actors is its animation. And being animated by Shaft, it stands in this weird place. While I wouldn't say it has great animation, it certainly gets the point across. A lot of the show focuses around dialogue, so Mekakucity actors ends up having a lot of cinematographic shots. That's a term I just came up with. It means like a cinematograph, which is a photo that's manipulated to have moving parts. The thing about shots like this is they're cheap. You're able to get a lot more time out of a lot less effort. And the general consensus for anime is that if you need to slack on something, low detail and high movement makes for better animation. And you know, I agree. There's not much stuff being animated, so I'd struggle to call it great animation. Nonetheless, I think this show is visually beautiful, even if the beauty comes from something other than movement. The backgrounds, the use of colors, the character designs, and even the way the visuals can be used to express emotion are just some of the things that make this show absolutely beautiful. So as you probably know, Mekakucity Actors is part of Kagura Project, a series of Vocaloid songs and music videos. And traditionally, Vocaloid music videos are created by a single person. One person doing an entire video usually means there won't be too much full motion animation. But they're still really great to watch. In fact, they're what gave Kagura Project its fame and, in turn, enabled Mekakucity Actors to even exist. I'll talk about these in more detail later, but I really do recommend them. They're great. But the show is different. Being animated by Shaft, it shares a style with projects like Monogatari. The tone and speed of this Shinbo Shaft style of animation almost seems like a natural fit for something based off of Vocaloid music videos. It's different from the music videos, yes, but being different isn't necessarily bad. In fact, I think it's quite the opposite. Having a style that is similar in tone but visually distinct gives you a reason to actually watch both the show and the music videos. Take, for instance, this shot from the music video from Lost Time Memory. It's one of, if not the most emotional shots in any of the music videos. And take the shot redone in the show. It's a different take on the depiction of the scene, but it's the same emotional impact. Or, for something that Shaft's animation enabled, take Headphone Actor, one of the first Kagura Project music videos to be made. It's about Takane fleeing from a city that's falling apart. But because it's done entirely by Sidhu, who is one person, it's really limited in scope. It's more focused on describing what's happening. But putting it into the show, they're able to depict the events of the song in a completely different way. Again, same meaning as the song, but in a different style. This adaptation from different styles is what Mekakucity Actors does best, but it's lost if you haven't seen the thing it's based on. Maybe I'm just used to it, but I've always found the weirder animation able to bring out a lot more character to a scene. Take, for example, the rooftop scene from episode 2. Before, we've barely ever seen Momo and Kenjiro interact. We know Kenjiro is this teacher-mentor type figure for her, and we know she's a huge otaku and not very bright. And just the animation of her trying to justify failing a test is so telling of both their characters. In fact, the animation throughout this whole episode matched Momo's character so well, coupled with the dialogue, just makes you feel like you know everything about her. There's really so many examples of the animation exemplifying a character, we'll cover them in other videos. Now, this is all good, but I've kinda slacked on mentioning some key stuff. Being based on albums and music videos, a lot of great music was created for this show, but not all of it made it into the final product. 3 songs that didn't make it into the show were given official AMVs, that is, clips from the show cut together to make a video. And these are 3 of the best songs on the soundtrack. They do such a good job of showing off how beautiful the animation can be. I implore you to check them out. They're on YouTube and they're fantastic. Yobinashi Deceive shows off the amount of detail they put into Kano's body language. Shonen Brave shows off the beautiful color choices in the Imagination Forest episodes. It's so vibrant and so visually happy, and God, I just absolutely love it. And Outer Science really drives it home with his dark, sad, guttural scenes set to this badass Teddy Lloyd soundtrack. Seriously, every time I watch these, my love for the show all comes rushing back. But there's still one thing I've neglected mentioning. If you've seen the show while it was airing, or on a streaming site like Crunchyroll, you'll know the bit of animation that always comes up is the opening to episode 9, Ayano's Theory of Happiness. I'm not gonna try and defend this animation because it's really horrible, but it's not a first for Shaft. In fact, one of their most widely praised shows, Bakemonogatari, had entire scenes missing from episode 10 when it aired. The bad animation in episode 9 of Mekakucity Actors was cleaned up for the Blu-ray release, where it became one of the most beautiful scenes in the show. Ultimately, the Blu-ray release is the final product, and I don't think airtime issues should have much of an effect on the legacy of the show. So while this scene does suck pretty bad, I think we can look back on it and laugh, but still enjoy the rest of the show. So thank you again so much for watching. If you're not aware, this video is a part of a larger project called The Case for Mekakucity Actors. This is actually a remaster of another video that I recorded when I could not capture very good audio. Hopefully this one is a lot better. You can check out the playlist of all the currently released episodes here. You can also subscribe if you'd like, and you can leave a like if you'd like. But most importantly, thank you for watching again.